So today what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I think I'm going to try do an engine break-in. I'd like to see if I can get this thing to run for a good solid 20 minutes, 30 minutes, get it up to temperature, verify my fan comes on, verify all my oil pressure and my coolant temperature senders working. Play around with the distributor, see if I can get it to tune. Try to play with the timing on it. I added some cooling water to it. Hopefully I don't know if I'm going to have to pop anything loose to kind of burp it. We'll see. I've already topped off power steering, so it's good. Check the transmission fluid was already good beforehand. I did that before the last start. What else? I've already verified oil's good. Those two things, definitely had those done before the last start. But see if I can get this thing up running for about 20-30 minutes, vary the RPM, try to get the rings to seat. I don't know, we'll just see what happens. I'll probably just curse myself. Let's see if we can get some painting done. I got this one fender. I don't know if it showed up in any of the other clips, but I got one fender that I've already prepped, sanded, scuffed up. This is not a car show finish, so I just scuffed it up, even right on top of the Bondo, and hit some spots where there was rust. Hit some rust primer on top of it, rust converter. I'm gonna go ahead and take some more primer to it. It's more of a high build primer, and sand it up tonight or tomorrow morning. Sand it up, and hopefully tomorrow afternoon I'll shoot some flat black. Other fender's been over here for a while. It's already primered up. I still need to put a light sand on it, smooth it out some. That fender is much better condition than this one is. So let's do it. Day 2. Let's try to paint something. I've got one fender I've had sitting out for a while already in primer. Other one I just primered yesterday. Got it, both of them sanded down to the finished level. Well, as finished as I'm going to take it. Got some other odd and end miscellaneous parts I'm going to be shooting. So, yeah, not the best sanding, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, here's a little update on the paint. 2 fenders painted. They're all up and dried. I did some other little miscellaneous paints, painted miscellaneous parts as well. One thing about this though is, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll pop up, but you may not be able to see it. Right here, along this area right here, it just doesn't look like I got total coverage. It's real hard to tell, especially the way I have it set up right here. But anyways, I want to do another coat of black on these things. Might as well do both fenders. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my front bumper, knock the rust off and clean it, prime it. Same with see if what other miscellaneous parts I can clean up. But I want to put another coat on both of these fenders. I get another coat on there, make them look half decent, then I can put them on the truck, get them out of the way. I'm ready to do that. Can't paint them though. I was hoping to do it this weekend. However, it's just too cold for me. It's not quite 60. They say you're supposed to paint them around 70 degrees. 60 is not that far off, but I got enough things working against me, meaning experience and skill with the paint gun, so I don't need temperature to work against me as well. So I'm gonna hold off. I'll hold off till next weekend. Hopefully it'll warm up. I'm about tired of this cold weather, but that'll also give me a chance. I'll go ahead and clean up the bumper, any brackets, find anything else I need to get painted as well. Maybe first day off I can prime everything. Second day I can go ahead and sand it down, prep it for a black, and at the same time shoot black to the fenders. Something else I didn't mention is the front grill. I know I showed it to y'all before. I actually took it to a paint shop. Somebody's got a sandblaster. The backside of that grill was extremely rusted. I mean, not deteriorating the metal, but just it was very thick rust. And then, as intricate as that backside of that backside of that grill was, it would take me forever to prep that panel for paint. So I do have a sandblaster. It's a little, I don't know, Tractor Supply sandblaster back here. I've got one. It's a mess. I've never had much luck with it. I need to put it on Craigslist, sell it, but I used it once on the frame. Decided that just ain't gonna work. But anyways, I took that to a real body shop, that front grill, get them to, but they're gonna go ahead and sandblast the entire thing. They're gonna dolly any dents out, which that shouldn't be no time, because overall it's in very good condition. But so they're going to dolly it, sandblast it, dolly it, hammer any dings or dents out of it, and then they're also going to flash it with some edge primer and take some and put some regular primer over the top of that. So when I get it, it should be maybe a final touch up with a piece of sandpaper, scuff it up, smooth it out, and shoot black to it. So if I had to do it with my own sandblaster, I would have done it, and I'd have gone to Lowe's and bought some more play sand or something to try to get this blasting done with it. And I've done it myself and made a huge mess, only because I was dreading having to hand sand that grill by myself. So all right, quick update. Put another coat of paint, second coat on the fenders here. Remember last time I did them, looked good, turned out good. They're just a little thin. I could see some of the primer bleeding through, so I didn't get a thick enough coat on there, or enough layers. So I finished that up this weekend. I also did this little piece for the bumper. Well, that's inside the bumper. I'm gonna have to redo it. This is what the outside, and the lighting's terrible, so you ain't gonna be able to tell it. But painted it, as well as some little headlight bezels and doodads, fender supports here. So I painted that this weekend. Goal: get driver's side fender installed this week. Put the driver's side fender on, mount it. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping and cleaning and sanding. This is the driver's side running board. Do it. Passenger side running board, it's already installed, or it's been installed, and I never could get it busted loose. Couldn't get it. All the bolts that are holding it down are just completely rusted together, so I never furthered my efforts in getting them busted and broken loose, so I just left it on there. Now I'm going to see if I can go ahead and clean it up in place and spray it in place. We'll see how that works. Anyways, I don't want to hang passenger fender until I get that painted, just so I don't have to deal around with that. Do that. As soon as I get these fenders mounted, floorboards painted, then I can hopefully get these things off the blocks. By then I'll also have my bumper mounted. Should be getting my grill back this week. I told you before, I took it to the local guy to have him sandblast it, clean it, primer it. I should be getting it back this week, and then I can go ahead and paint it this weekend. Paint it this coming weekend, along with both running boards. Get both of those painted black. See if I can think of anything else that needs to be done in black. There's always going to be more, but after all that, now granted I'm getting ahead of myself, then it's going to be time to pull the bed down. Get the bed pulled down. Start getting it prepped. Get it ready for paint. So first things first, we'll let this paint sit up and harden for another day or two. No rush on it, but while that's going on, I'm gonna start cleaning the running boards.